Peace, 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 family. My name is Michael Jordan, aka the Sirius Alchemist. Tonight, we got a really good book review for you tonight. Really excited about tonight, family. Really excited about tonight's book review. It's a real good one. It's something I've been studying for a long, long time. And let me grab the book right now so I can show y'all what I'm talking about. Talking about The Mystery Traditions, Secret Symbols and Sacred Art by James Wasserman. Get that up there so everybody can get a good look at that. See the title, you know what I'm saying? The Mystery Tradition, Secret Symbols and Sacred Art by James Wasserman. Yo, family, this is a jewel right here, especially if you're into the occult sciences like I am, into the esoteric sciences. You know what I'm saying? I love it. I've been studying this stuff for about 25 years or more. And to me, there's nothing more important than to study information, especially occult, esoteric, you know what I'm saying, information. To me, there's nothing more important. But anyway, today's book review, I'm gonna go ahead and read the back like I always do. I'm gonna show y'all the book again one more time. So anybody feel excited to go out and get it, I'm telling you, it's a must-have in your library if you're a occult researcher like myself. And if you chase words and symbols and study and deal with spirits and all that kind of stuff, then you want this in your library. So I'm gonna go ahead and read. And on the back it says occult studies and hermeticism. So symbolic images are the alphabet of the theory of correspondences that underlie all the mystery traditions of the West. This theory recognizes an implicit interdependence of all things in the universe and the existence of multiple relationships between various aspects of nature's kaleidoscope richness. Through the beauty and symmetry shown in the holy art of the alchemist, the magician, and the priestess, we can see the spiritual heritage and operating principles of Western esotericism. In the mystery traditions, James Wasserman offers a full color lexicon of occult imagery. Family, a full color lexicon. You ain't gonna get this. You ain't gonna get this nowhere else. I think this book is only like $20. I think I paid like $20 for this book. Might even been 19 or 18, something like that. But it was worth every penny. I would have paid $100 for it if that's what they was asking for it, because the knowledge in here is just indispensable. But anyway, let me read on. In the mystery tradition, James Wasserman offers a full color lexicon of occult imagery drawn from the Kabbalah and Tarot, as well as the traditions of magic, alchemy, esoteric sexuality, and astrology, accompanied by a commentary on each image's significance and the wisdom teachings from which it derives. In this revised and expanded edition of Art and Symbols of the Occult, he also looks at the pivotal role played by secret societies in safeguarding and transmitting these teachings and presents rarely seen artifacts of such groups. So you got to realize, family, there's secret societies out here that keep this knowledge from getting out, because they figure like this: they done dumb people down so much. Nobody's really gonna go out and search for knowledge. You see what I'm saying? So they can put all the shit out there that they done went and stole from around the world. You feel me? And that they use for themselves. They can put it out there now because they know most people ain't gonna look for it. But family, this is a jewel in the rough, or a diamond in the rough, as they say. This right here. But let me finish reading real quick. In this revised and expanded edition of Art and Symbols of the Code, he also looks at the pivotal role played by secret societies in safeguarding and transmitting these teachings and present rarely seen artifacts of such groups. Among the splendid offerings in this collection are all 22 paintings of the medieval alchemical masterpiece Splendor Solis in full color, and works by significant artists and esoteric thinkers such as Leonardo da Vinci, Robert Fludd, Austin Osman Spare, Harry Smith, Manly P. Hall, and Raymond Lowell. This book provides an excellent introduction to the timeless and hidden dimensions of occult practice. And family, when you hear that word occult, don't get spooked out, don't get scared. It just simply means that which is hidden, which I've said in a lot of my other videos. in doctors and their literature, doctors have what's called occult organs. Like my heart is occult because you can't see it. It's hidden. If my hand is in my pocket, it's occult. By definition, it's occult. So that's all it means. People have been spooked out around the world about that word, but it's a reason, because the powers that were taught people to be spooked out about that word. But I'm trying to teach y'all that this word is nothing to be spooked out about. It simply means that which is hidden, right? So this book provides an excellent introduction to the timeless and hidden dimensions of occult practice. An extensive bibliography of classical occult works also complements this unique collection. James Wasserman is the author of the best-selling Templars and Assassins, The Militia of Heaven and the Slave Shall Serve, Meditations on Liberty. He is responsible for the widely acclaimed restoration of the Papyrus of Ani, which is a hell of a read in itself, the Papyrus Ani. Man, every time I read that, it takes me back to the Nile Valley. It takes me right there. And, you know, that's just what it is. But anyway, and if you haven't read it, the Papyrus of Ani, read it. Trust me, if you're a reader and researcher like me, you'll love it. You'll love it. It'll take your mind in places it's probably never been, or maybe it has, I don't know. But yeah, the Papyrus of Ani, read that. Excellent. Published in full color with an integrated English translation in the Egyptian Book of the Dead, the Book of Going Forth by Day, which is also another good book to read, and also played a key role in presenting the works of Aleister Crowley, including the Thoth Tarot cards, the Holy Book of Thelema, as well as his Aleister Crowley and the Practice of the Magical Diary. A long-time student of the occult sciences, he lives in New York City. You know what I'm saying? Excellent book, family. I mean, for the price, got to have this in your library. Okay, so I'm gonna go in here, and I don't know if anybody's really familiar with alchemical symbols, but this is an alchemical symbol on the first page. And if you're familiar with alchemical symbols, in that picture right there is just so much knowledge and information. If you've been trained in it, if you have a trained eye to see it, you'll know what it is. It's really fascinating stuff. Really fascinating. But let me see here. Here, let me show you some pictures in here, family. Some of the pictures you get of some of the papyrus from ancient Egypt. You know what I'm saying? And then you got Horus and Set over here. Down here, you got Horus and Set. The deities are showering the pharaoh Seti I with ankhs poured forth from the vases held in their hands. The ankh is a symbol of life, fertility, and immortality. And then we have another over here in this corner right here. I want to show the image before I read the little corner, because that's an alchemical symbol right there. And there's so much knowledge in that one picture, that engraving, as they call it. There's so much knowledge in it. If you understand how to read it, it's real deep. But I'm going to read this little paragraph on the side here. What it says is prophecy. Engraving by Johann de Bry, Tomi Secundae Tractatus by Robert Flood, 1620. This scene may represent Elijah anointing Elisha, or perhaps Samuel anointing David. The horn of oil and the spirit in the shape of a dove issuing from above represents the influx of divine grace on the candidate through the mentor or initiator who acts as a vehicle of the cosmic force. Compare this with the ancient Egyptian representation on the facing page. So basically what they're saying is these two are basically representations of the same thing. Unless you've been initiated or, you know, studied this stuff, you wouldn't know what it, wouldn't know what it means. But I got a couple marked pages in here, you know, as I do, family, I always read something in here. Might spark something in somebody to go get the book. But here's an image of the Baphomet, right? Then you got an image of Horus and Set. And that's represented, remember in the Bible, when Jesus supposedly says, get thee behind me, Satan. This is where they get that from. See the picture of get thee behind me, Satan? That's just basically a representation of telling you, showing you how the particle of light comes from darkness, how the Christ principle or the light particle comes out of darkness. That's all that's showing you. They ain't have nothing to do with no God, devil shit. That's just somebody else's interpretation of it, trying to control you. And here's Baphomet right here, which is a powerful symbol of the black man and woman, right? And then this symbol over here from India is the same thing. It's what they showing you. And this is Abraxas over here in this symbol. Okay, I'm gonna go and read underneath though. Baphomet. I'm gonna read Baphomet. It says Baphomet illustration transcendental magic by life is Levy, right? And this is a image of Baphomet, which is that statue I have over there. It's Baphomet, same thing. But to break it down for y'all, it ain't really nothing evil. It's just these horns is a symbol of power, right? The breasts are a symbol of the feminine energy. The wings is for this expansion of consciousness. You notice he's pointing up and he's pointing down just like Jesus did. It's for as above, so below. And then he got the two snakes on his belly right there. That's for the Ida and the Pingala, or the same as the what's that? I can't think of that symbol right now. But I can't think of the symbol, but it's the Ida and the Pingala. So there's nothing evil about this stuff. It's just all symbology and art. But anyway, I'm gonna read something for you. And it's talking about right here, this symbol right here, the Baphomet. So don't get spooked out. This multi-level symbol represents the mysterious god of the Templars, the fearsome androgyny with a woman's breast and an erect phallus, the goat-headed and horned devil of nightmares. Yet he is Pan, god of magic and initiation, concealing a smile within the horror. The arms pointing up and down signify, like I just said, as above, so below. It ain't nothing evil or nothing spooky. And analysis and synthesis, the path of all knowledge. The wings symbolize the flight of the liberated soul. The flaming torch between the horns of virility is the awakened crown chakra. You know what I'm saying? Right here, the crown chakra. You know what I'm saying? The magical light of universal equilibrium. Baphomet is the light bearer, clothed in the disguise of evil. You hear me, family? Baphomet is the light bearer, clothed in a disguise of evil. Don't sleep on Baphomet. Please don't. And then I'm going to read Shiva. This is Shiva. That big stone carving over here is talking about Shiva. You know what I'm saying? Y'all stuck on this Jesus. Y'all better get off Jesus. Check out Shiva. All right. Now, Shiva, god of destruction, change, transformation, annihilation, reproduction. Shiva is the third member of the Trimurti, the three rulers composed also of Brahma, the creator, and Vishnu, the preserver. Shiva is also the patron of yoga, specifically of Kundalini and Tantra. And anybody know about Kundalini and Tantra, the Kundalini resides at the base of the spine of every human. When it's raised, when you learn how to raise that Kundalini at the base of the spine, and that's all they really telling you about in the Moses story when they say Moses split the Red Sea, right? Because in your back, there's a bunch of blood vessels in your back, right? And when the Kundalini rises up the spine, those blood vessels spread apart and the Kundalini rises up through there. So that's what that story is telling you in the Bible when so-called Pharaoh was chasing Moses through the Red Sea. That's all that story is telling you. It's just symbolic. It's not literal. It's allegory. It's symbolic of something higher, of a higher teaching, right? So don't get, you know what I'm saying, don't get tricked, don't get fooled. This book is really good to have in your library, fam. You really want to understand these things. I'm gonna show you something else too in here. Here's another picture. I think is we got Isis and Seti at the Temple One, at Abydos. That's Temple of Seti at Abydos. Temple of Seti One at Abydos. You know what I'm saying? Look at all the pictures you get in here. You know what I'm saying? All this alchemical art. Then we got over here Babylon, the Thoth Tarot, right? That picture right there. I mean, this book is worth its weight in gold, family. You can't sleep on this book. Right here you got Vladimir Blavatsky in them, but I don't really, they okay. I think we the, you know what I'm saying, we the real ones when we get it and deal with it. They just was preserving it for us until we got a hold of it, and so we can do the real work with it. And right here, this stele right here is this stele right here is deep. Take a good look at that one, family. And this stele right there. Trying to get it where ain't no light, where it's light. Yeah, that stele see the whole thing. Man, that stele says it all right there. And I'm going to read what it says in the bottom. It says, stele of revealing, right? This is the funeral stele of the 26th dynasty, priest named Ankh F. Khonsu, he whose life is in the moon. He is shown addressing the throne god Ra-Hor Khuti. Bending over them is the goddess of infinite space, Nut, right? The winged solar disk is Hadith, the infinitely small pointer individuality in relation to the all-encompassing universe, which is they speaking about the black dot. So the stele is said to be the physical link with antiquity of the revelation declared in the book of the law. You know what I'm saying? Received by Aleister Crowley. But like I said, you know, they were just custodians of it. We the real. You know what I'm saying? That could activate this knowledge. We the one bringing it to life every day. And look at these pictures in here, man. Look at this. This book's worth its weight in gold, family. And then they got a chapter in here on secret societies, telling you all about secret societies. So for those of you who say they don't exist, that say they don't exist and don't believe in secret societies, get the book. Just get the book. You know what I'm saying? Ain't gonna hurt you to read nothing. Reading is fundamental. Remember that. Reading is fundamental. Remember that. And look at this picture right here, fam. I love pictures like this. To show you our true culture. You know what I'm saying? When we was powerful, when we had the true power, when we was, you know, we was the wizards and the witches, but not the kind of wizards that they teach you about in these movies in Hollywood. You know what I'm saying? There's something else in here. Look at this picture of Sekhmet. Powerful. Bam. Look at that. Look at that. Look at that picture of Sekhmet with the ankh in her hand. Boom. With the disc, with the snake, with the serpent coming out. You know what I'm saying? And for those who haven't seen it, go check out my video that I posted to Africans from Asia. The serpent niggas, the Nagas. Talking about the Nagas, where that serpent coming out of that sun. Some powerful brothers, the Nagas, which is us. A lot of us return. We just ain't recognize who we are yet. You feel me? And check out this one. Men. And the guy got his penis sticking out, but his penis ain't thinking what you think. It's not sexual. It's talking about this is men, it was the fertility god. He was a god of fertility, right? The pharaoh was making an offering of lettuce to men, a god of fertility and virility. And it's showing the virility is with the hard penis, nothing sexual in that scene. So I just want to say that. There's nothing to say, nothing sexual. This is all has to do with knowledge and light and wisdom and understanding. So the pharaoh was making an offering of lettuce to men, god of fertility and virility. This plant was believed to be an aphrodisiac. The ceremony of climbing the pole for men is taking place between the deity and the worshiper. Men was identified by the Greeks with Pan. Check that picture out. And check this other picture. There's a picture of Pan over here. The goat god. You know what I'm saying? Don't be fooled by this stuff, family. Look into it. You know what I'm saying? Don't let these people turn you away from because this is your knowledge. This knowledge don't belong to the person that's presenting it to you. You know what I'm saying? The knowledge belongs to you. It's your knowledge. So many times, people want to turn their life over to people that's, you know, teaching them and giving them knowledge. No, this is your knowledge. All you got to do is know how to read. Anybody coming to you trying to tell you they want to initiate you in something for $4,000 or $3,000, you tell them get out here. Listen, family, you don't need to be paying nobody to initiate you in shit. All you need to do is know how to read. That's it. All you need to do is know how to. That's all it takes to understand knowledge, because the information is out there. We live in the information age. All the information you ever want to find is out there. All you got to do is look for it. Well, family, get this book. Back to this book. I mean, the stuff in here is incredible, man. Let me show you some of this stuff. This right here is some alchemical art again at the bottom. Them two suns down there. That's all alchemical. And what it's saying is the solar eclipse. This painting is one of a series of 5. It shows multiple symbols that include a strong influence from the mythology of the South American Mayan culture. The union of the central sun and the moon form the Vesica Pisces, the geometrical representation of the cosmic gateway to eternity. Look at there, family. That's what's in there. And up here, we got the Lover's card, which is a tarot. The Lover's card, right? Top right here. You know what I'm saying? Look at that imagery. And then I'm going to read over here what it says. The Lover's card, the Thoth Tarot, painted by Frida Harris and the design of Aleister Crowley. The alchemical marriage depicted in this card shows Cupid, the libido, blind and inspired. The hooded wisdom figure, Mercury, blesses the hermetic marriage. The black king with the golden crown weds the white queen with the silver crown. He is accompanied by the red lion, she by the white eagle. The white child carries the queen's cup and roses. The black child holds the king's lance and club. The winged Orphic egg is the result of the marriage and the glyph of the offspring, all male and female coupling. That's alchemical. That's alchemical. And anybody who's looked at that stuff knows exactly what I'm talking about. And then in the back of the book, family, it goes into alchemy, the royal art of ancient Kemet. You know what I'm saying? And so I'm going to read this and I'm going to end it right here, family, because I'm kind of excited. I'm kind of excited about that. And so here we go. This is about alchemy, and then, you know what I'm saying, I'm gonna go on to end the video. It is true without lie, certain and without doubt, that what is below is like what is above, and what is above is like what is below, to accomplish the miracles of the one thing, the emerald tablet of Hermes. That was Hermes saying, right? Alchemy is known as the royal art. The root of the word is the Arabic alchemia, and alchemia means black earth, a literal reference to the alluvial mud deposited by the Nile to form the soil of Egypt, and the symbolic reference to the dark first matter of the work. Alternatively, the word alchemy may derive from the Greek chema, smelting or casting. Alchemy is a precursor of chemistry as well as the repository of the metallurgical wisdom of the ancient world. It encompasses a physical practice. It is also an artisan's craft in which exquisite alloys of metal, dyes, colored glass, and composite materials are developed. In spiritual terms, alchemy is a symbolic description of the transformation from the dark leading physicality of earthbound consciousness to the refined gold of the spiritually illuminated being. Damn, that was powerful. Did y'all hear that? I got to read that shit one more time, because that shit hit something inside of me. I don't know if it did y'all, but it did me. But it said in spiritual terms, alchemy is a symbolic description of the transformation of the dark leaden physicality of earthbound consciousness to the refined gold of the spiritually illuminated being. It maps the inner dynamics that will result in the purification of body, mind, and soul. Alchemy has existed for thousands of years in cultures as diverse as those of Egypt, Greece, India, China, and the Near East. While there is no single alchemical tradition as such, there's a cross-cultural similarity and cohesiveness to the material. The alchemical tradition that spread throughout Europe and the Near East had its origin within the Egyptian priesthood. You feel me? The Hermetic philosophy and literature were attributed directly to Hermes Trismegistus, an archetypal figure derived from the Egyptian Thoth, god of science, measurement, magic, and writing. The goal of alchemy is called the great work. That's why I call myself the alchemist, because I feel like I'm doing the great work. There's no greater work than one can do than what I'm doing in my mind. So the goal of alchemy is called the great work. It is the purification of the lesser and gross, and its elevation to the greater and more refined, whether in metals or in consciousness. The first matter, materia prima, is the reduced and original substance and condition of each object of the alchemist's attention. Dark, passive, unformed, virgin. It is the universal field for the imprinting of all forms. Though numerous time-consuming and sometimes dangerous processes, the first matter is transformed into the philosopher's stone. This accomplishment is most commonly symbolized by the transformation of lead into gold. The heaviest, darkest, densest, most earthbound, least valuable metal becoming gold, incarnated light. And that's what we're trying to become, family. We're trying to become incarnated light, because we are light beings, but we trapped in matter, trapped in this mass, in this meat suit. You know what I'm saying? The light shineth in the darkness, but the darkness comprehended not. But I'm starting to comprehend the darkness. You know what I'm saying? Because the light comes out of the darkness. The light particle comes from the darkness. So family, get this book. The Mystery Tradition, Secret Symbol and Sacred Art, James Watchman. Got to have it in your library if you're interested in the occult, like I am, and research and reading and studying. And if you haven't subscribed to the channel, please hit that subscribe button now. If you haven't hit that like button, go ahead and hit the like button for me. It helps me get in the algorithm, you know what I'm saying? Help me get around so more people can see the video. So again, The Mystery Traditions, Secret Symbols and Sacred Art by James Watchman. My name is Michael Jordan, aka the Sirius Alchemist. See you in the next video. Peace.